Hey guys, Nick here. So I'm making this video because a lot of people have been asking me what Kingdom Horror is, and it has been a number of things throughout the years, but it's always been a central goal of making it a horror streaming service. Um, you can look at the campaign on Kickstarter to see how it started, where it went, etc. But the end game is why I'm making this video, to kind of clear up any misconceptions or confusions about what it will hopefully be by October of this year. At least that's what I'm aiming for. If it has to be next year, then so be it. I'd rather have everything done and completed and ready to go than rush it or do a hack job. So the best way I can describe what Kingdom Horror will be is by saying, if Netflix opened up itself and said, okay, aspiring filmmakers, submit your stuff and we will consider it. And whatever is of the highest quality shows, short films, whatever, gets featured on Netflix. So basically, years ago, I launched Kingdom Horror Film Festival, and this was the same day that Film Freeway decided to hide the digital film festivals that were on the platform, because there were so many rampant abuses by digital film festivals, and unless you had the direct link to the festival, you wouldn't see it in the website's aggregate. So you could type in Kingdom Horror Film Festival, Kingdom Horror, whatever, you wouldn't see it. So the day I launched it is the day that I withdrew the page and decided to do other things with the brand, because that was just not a time that I had any resources to really heavily market the film festival, especially the day it launched, because I didn't think I would need those resources. I thought that the aggregate would help with people searching and etc. I mean, I could pay for the little ads that are on Film Freeway, but again, it was a digital festival, so there wasn't any of that. It was either you had the link or it was a ghost festival. So what Kingdom Horror is, it's a streaming service that will be unlike anything that's currently that currently exists. I mean, most of the streaming services have films or shows. That's it. And it's from established filmmakers, from established producers, people mostly that are doing it the way I'm doing it, just ramen budget movie making, people that actually have more means of making independent cinema, that go to any of the film festivals, that go to any of the film schools like Ringling or SCAD or LA Film School or Full Sail or NYU Tisch. So whether you're in film school or you're like me, no matter what opportunity you're given to make a film or a show, at the end of the day, you still have the industry that you're at the mercy of. And essentially, once you're done with your project, you have to pitch it like, hey, Netflix, I just made this show, I just made this film, would you buy it? And I mean, you're just hoping to God that they buy it for more than what you made it for. Otherwise, you're breaking even, you're losing money. But at the end of the day, you're still dependent on the industry that you're trying to kind of get around, but you still have to go through. There will always be a gatekeeping mechanism in Hollywood. Even Netflix has its own little gatekeeping system. It's not an open door policy. Like, not anyone can just go, and you have to have a manager or an agent that shows your work. And I mean, I've been doing this for a very long time, and I understand the frustrations of it. I speak for myself. I don't speak for other filmmakers, but for myself, I feel like this is the perfect opportunity, the perfect time for filmmakers like myself to just get our stuff out there, to get our stuff watched. There's still a long process to go to get Kingdom Horror to become really a rival to Netflix. I mean, there are studios, every freaking studio in Hollywood has a has a streaming app of its own, but it's just like if you've been watching the news, a lot of people are tuning out. It's getting too expensive. There's too many options. For the most part, people are normally keeping, Disney Plus or Hulu or whatever. Well, Hulu's owned by Disney. But people want better options. They want cheaper options, but they still want quality entertainment, and that's where Kingdom Horror comes into play. Not only will there be shows and films on the website, but there will also be short films, which really doesn't exist. I mean, on Netflix to a degree, if you consider Love, Death, and Robots. But to the extent that it's almost like logging into YouTube, although it's not. But there will be a variety of options that people can choose from to really enjoy the platform. So basically, long story short, once the Kickstarter ends, the website will be made and submissions will be open to any filmmaker that has work that they want to be shown on the platform, on Kingdom Horror. And once we have all the submissions that we need, then we launch, and voila. And from there, things really get cooking. Around 2026 is when Kingdom Horror will start making better deals with the filmmakers whose work is on there, so it's not just a freebie. In what way that'll work itself out, I don't know. Some may just want their work on there, some may want a little bit of payment, just it depends on what negotiations work out. But also in 2026 is when Kingdom Horror will start making original media in its own form, and that's it. I mean, it's going to be a constant production of just a variety of different shows and entertainment that doesn't exist currently by people that freaking love what they do. I mean, there's a lot of major names in Hollywood that make movies all the time, and it's just the magic is gone, right? I'm not going to name names, you know who they are, and it's just aspiring filmmakers have so much passion, so much creativity, that it's almost a shame to just not have this opportunity to make something that's really historic. And I feel like now's the time, and there is an audience that is hungry for something like this. So I don't know if I made anything clear or if I muddied it any bit, but basically I wanted to make this video to clarify what Kingdom Horror is going to be. If you want to know what it's been, you can visit the Kickstarter campaign, because it goes through the whole 11-year ordeal about what it started as and what it is now. But the most important aspect is where it's going currently, and I think it's in a positive direction that a lot of people will click with, will want to be a part of, and I couldn't be more honored with that, because even if this wasn't my idea, if this was someone else's idea in a totally different name, totally different brand, I would jump on it, just because as an independent filmmaker that's been going through this for decades, you either give up and just say, I'm done, it's been too hard, or you just keep chugging along. And my chugging along has basically brought me to a point where just make your own platform, but also while you're benefiting your own professional career and personal creativity, it also helps everyone else that's in the same boat, which really enriches the platform and the types of media that will be available on kingdomhorror.com. And that's it, guys. That's all I got. So, yep. That was the stupidest part.